Over the past 2 semesters, long-form interviews were performed with over 200 introductory psychology students regarding their reading and study habits. It may come as no surprise that, with few exceptions, we found that students are not doing their assigned reading or preparing for class in a meaningful way. This is about as true of 2-year students as it is with 4-year students, including students from colleges like Berkeley and Northwestern. We asked students, what are your favorite things to read? 84% of them cited their number one favorite thing to read as some form of mobile app like Facebook, Twitter, ESPN, and Reddit. Even further, students spend 62% of their online screen time on their mobile device, amounting to 93 hours a month. In contrast, they spend only 22% on a laptop or a desktop. Unfortunately, when we design digital content for the desktop, we are not meeting students where they live. So, we asked students, how can we better meet your needs? They told us that they want the material to be mobile, fast and efficient, visually engaging, and interactive. Enter PsychMobile by Cengage Learning. We've concluded that, while the traditional narrative is very important and has its place, we could do something in the mobile environment that students find more palatable. Our intent is not to replace the textbook, but to supplement it for students that are doing the reading, and to give students that refuse to read an alternative so that they're not showing up to class without a baseline knowledge. The goal of PsychMobile is to go beyond rote memorization and to truly help with student comprehension. We want to free up valuable class time so you have the time for more meaningful pursuits. With PsychMobile, students will have access to course material whenever they want, wherever they want, with what is already in their pocket, their smartphone. PsychMobile is a standalone app that is compatible across operating systems and mobile devices. The topics covered in PsychMobile are intentionally broken down into bite-sized chunks that students can complete quickly. Now, if students only have a few minutes in between class, they can feel accomplished by completing 1 or 2 quick activities. At the same time, if a student has an hour to kill before meeting with some friends, they can choose to work through several mini-modules. Again, PsychMobile adapts to the needs and wants of the student while meeting them where they are. PsychMobile is filled with vibrant imagery and creative animations and videos that will keep students interested and engaged. These images, animations, and videos are combined with small sections of reading that will help students comprehend the material and bring it to life. This mobile app is not just a regurgitation of the material covered in the textbook. It takes full advantage of the advanced technology that is packed into a smartphone to allow students to interact with the content. For example, instead of just struggling to memorize the different structures of the brain by reading and looking at pictures, students will be able to explore a detailed 3D model of the brain. Instead of just reading about examples of schedules of reinforcement, students will learn by directly experiencing them. And instead of just looking at stagnant images on the page or a screen, students will be able to travel into the somatic nervous system to connect the cellular level to their experiences. To give you a closer look, let's quickly walk through one of PsychMobile's mini modules. Each chapter in PsychMobile will consist of a small selection of subtopics that psych professors consider to be the most important or the most difficult. Once in the mini module, students immediately know how many screens there are to complete, 6 for this one. The first screen serves as an introduction to the topic. After reading about partial and continuous reinforcement, the material is enhanced by a simple but effective animation. On the second screen, students will learn about 4 types of partial reinforcement by reading about them and then directly experiencing them through an interactive activity. With fixed ratio schedule selected, the student is reinforced with money for every 3 items that are put away. Next, the student's understanding of these partial schedules is strengthened with short animated videos that provide examples of each type of schedule. On screen 4, students will actually see how different schedules typically affect behavior. As they see the mouse being reinforced on the different reinforcement schedules, simultaneously they can see the behavior being graphed. With a foundation of knowledge established, students will complete a low-stakes assessment on the 5th screen. With the app interaction style popularized by the dating app Tinder, students will swipe right for examples that match the reinforcement schedule, and swipe left for those that don't. On the final screen, Students will watch an animated summary video that will prompt them to complete a few low-stakes multiple-choice questions. Once students finish the mini-module, they can then assess what they've learned by completing a concept check. In conclusion, PsychMobile puts introductory psychology into your students' pockets and allows them to engage with the course material anytime, anywhere. Brief, interactive lessons break down difficult concepts and go beyond rote memorization, while building up students' knowledge and confidence. We meet students where they live by making the process of learning more dynamic, so you can rest assured that your students are coming to class prepared.